On today's video, we are going to be talking about my experience with Kojiesan Soap. See, I had a very terrible experience with Kojiesan Soap. Now, let's talk about this. I'm going to also highlight some mistakes I made while using the soap so that you will not fall a victim. Okay. Now, Kojiesan Soap is actually a very popular brand. Okay, Kojiesan is actually a very popular brand. They produce products that contain majorly kojic acid. Now, kojic acid is actually a lightening ingredient. Okay, if you have hyperpigmentation, kojic acid is going to help lighten up those areas. That is what Kojiesan soap does. This is a picture of this. This is the Kojiesan skin lightening soap. I got this soap November 2024 and I got it for 4,500 naira. I'm going to highlight how I used it so that you can take corrections. Now, I used this product third week, fourth week of November. I started off with 2 times a week because Kojiesan is actually highly drying. Like Kojiesan dries out the skin. Okay, so I was using it for just 2 times in a week at night. Now, when I started using it, I did not notice any negative effects on my skin. Like my skin was so good, my skin loved it. I continued. So now, fast forward to second week of December, I had issues with getting my gentle face wash because whenever I don't use this, I always use my gentle face wash. Okay, that is my hydrating face wash. So now I had issues with getting my hydrating face wash. So I was like, okay, let me try and use this every single day, okay, morning and night. Now, this is where I made a huge mistake. I was like, let me experiment and see how my skin is going to react to it until I am able to get my hydrating face wash. At the point of using this, I was consistent with my sunscreen and I also removed every active from my routine. Yes, even down to niacinamide, I removed it. My routine then was just hydrating. This was just the only active in my routine. But guess what? Just on the fourth day of me using this, I started noticing rashes. Jesus. Like I came back from school and persons at home are like, your skin is looking all so smooth. Your skin is actually improving. And just on the fourth day of me coming back, they are already noticing rashes on my skin. Immediately I saw those rashes, I knew that there is something wrong with my routine. I already knew that it is this Kojiesan soap, like my skin is drying out. So what did I do? I removed this Kojiesan soap immediately from my routine. Yes, I had to remove it. Then I was then doing just only hydration. Even niacinamide, I could not include into my routine. I then had to go get my gentle face wash like almost immediately because there was just no way I could continue using this. So I had to go get my face wash. Then my toner was not close by at all. I left it in school. So I was using just my face wash, my moisturizer, and a sunscreen. Now I did this for almost 2 weeks. I didn't notice any rashes anymore. Like all the rashes went off. Okay. Then I included my niacinamide again. Then gently I started including my alpha arbutin, my salicylic acid, okay, as time went on. Now, towards the third week or fourth week of January, I was like, okay, let me reintroduce this Kojiesan soap because when I was using it initially, I was seeing good results with my hyperpigmentation. So I was like, okay, let me introduce this back into my routine. But this time around, I'm going to do once in a week. I was so scared. I was like, okay, let me do once weekly. I've not shown you guys this product. Now, this is it. When I bought it, I had to cut it into bit sizes, okay, so that it can last long. Now, this is the one I'm currently using. Okay, of course, there is no way I'm going to include it into these untouched ones. So I had to get a separate container for it. Now, you might want to ask all this while, and this is still the very first size I'm still using. This is the very first one I'm using. You might want to ask, since then you are still using this one? Yes, this soap you are seeing here foams a lot. Like, you just need to rub just a little and apply on your skin, and it's going to foam a lot. So back to my story. I was like, okay, let me reintroduce this back to my routine. Then I started doing once a week. Of course, this time only at night. Now, whenever I go into the shower, okay, I will use it, apply it on my skin. I don't even allow it to pass a minute. You see all those people that use Kojiesan soap and they say that they leave it on their skin for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Please, how do you do it? Because just me applying it on my skin, I was already noticing stinging sensations, burning sensations. It was peppery, like really, really peppery on my skin. So I don't even allow it to sit more than a minute on my skin, and I will wash it off. Now, guess what? It did not end there. Whenever I'm out of the shower, I still feel the peppery sensation. Like, it still feels as though my skin, my face is burning. Now, what I did was I made sure that I use my moisture. Of course, I was always using my face moisturizer. So whenever I'm done using the Kojiesan soap, I go in immediately with my face moisturizer in order to calm my face down. Sometimes I even go as far as using 2 layers of my face moisturizer, because that burning sensation was quite irritating to my skin. So this continued though. Not until the third week I was like, girl, what are you doing? The best thing now is to cut out this Kojiesan soap entirely from your routine, because it didn't just make sense to me. I was like, what if this damages my skin barrier? Like, I must not feel hot. I must not feel pains for me to know that a product is working. No, I should still be able to enjoy my skincare routine, right? So I was like, no, this Kojiesan soap is definitely not for me. So I stopped using Kojiesan soap entirely. I stopped. I'll try and know if I can get a picture of when I had those rashes, because I don't really think I took any picture then, but I'll check my gallery. Now I removed Kojiesan soap entirely from my face routine. Guys, the burning sensation, I just can't deal. So for now, I just use this Kojiesan soap on my body, not all over my body though. I use it just on my knee areas, on my elbow and my underarms, okay, where I feel are darker than the other parts of my body. So I just use it there, allow it sit for like a minute or two, and then I rinse my body. Okay, so for now, no Kojiesan soap on my face. Even though I plan to reintroduce it again, let me just give it another chance. But this time around is going to be during the rainy season, because currently, because I feel, because the truth is that the weather can also affect your skincare routine. Yes, there is a possibility that my skin was reacting badly to it, because the weather is really not good. The weather is really, really dried out, and it is really, really sunny on this side. Okay, so I'm like, okay, let me just let it be for now. Then during the rainy season, I can reintroduce it and then see if my skin is going to like it. But if my face still says no, girl, we are going to cut it out immediately, and I'm going to look for another depigmenting ingredient. Okay, I'll just know that kojic acid is not for me. Everybody must not use kojic acid. There are so many of us who must have seen persons testify about Kojiesan soap. Now, this is not trying to say that kojic acid or that Kojiesan soap is bad. No. I've seen a lot of people who Kojiesan soap worked for. That was the reason I got it, to know if it will also work for me now, right? So it didn't work for me, and I cannot come and I just have to erase it from my routine and focus on ingredients that are going to be milder, that are going to be mild, because this one was not even mild in any way. So that is just it. So if you know you are using Kojiesan soap and you know that you are reacting badly, you know that you still feel these burning sensations, these peppery sensations, see girl, remove that Kojiesan soap immediately from your routine. You must not use Kojiesan soap. Kojic acid is not the only lightening ingredient. It is not the only pigmenting ingredient. There are a lot of other ones. Now I plan to get Revox Alpha Arbutin serum to know how it's going to look like. Even though I've used like two brands of Alpha Arbutin, but I just want to try out Revox. Okay, so please, if you notice that any skincare product, that is even the whole essence of this video, you should not be suffering and smiling. If you know that this particular product is causing you pains, is causing you burning sensations, please remove it. You must not use it. That is your skin telling you, I can't deal with this product. Please remove it. It is going to damage my skin barrier. So kindly listen to your skin. Now, some of us believe that when a product is giving you a stinging sensation, when it's giving you that burning, peppery sensation, that then it means it's working. No, it means that it could also mean that that product is causing you harm, because there are some products that cause you little stinging sensations, just like azelaic acid, but in most cases, it does not last long and it's just for a period of time. Just before you know it, your skin gets used to it and that sensation just stops. Okay, but aside that, you are constantly noticing that your skin is giving you a burning sensation, remove it. You might want to reintroduce it again, but for the meantime, can you just remove it? Okay, then give your skin some time, introduce it back again. If you still notice the same thing, please stop it. Just stop that product.